Um, I showed up to this event. I was able to get an invite, and there's 100 people, more than 100 people there, having hors d'oeuvres, drinking, beer or wine. And I knew, okay, this is my chance to go. I don't know anyone. I don't have kind of a word of mouth resume or warm introduction anywhere. So I need to make that impression. I need to stand out amongst, if there's maybe 10% or less are going to be hired or even good in an interview for a role, I need to do something to stand out. So I went over and I think of myself as an introvert. People see me and say, "Hey, Mark, you're definitely an extrovert. You can talk to anyone." But I feel like I
Takes a lot of
recharge my
energy.
battery at home, I'm reading a book or on the couch or watching TV. And so I had to build up the courage to say, this is my chance. I do have to get out of my comfort zone in this time, and walked up to Kim, introduced myself, said I had heard about her from, this gentleman, Tim. And that definitely, that didn't get me the job, but it just helped me stand out a little bit, saying, hey, I knew, I think early on, that there's people that are in this room and they're watching how you act. Are you going to go in a corner by yourself? Are you going to socialize and talk to people? Are you going to, and so I knew, even though I'm an introvert, I think at heart, I said, now is not the time to be an introvert. Now is the time to stand out, socialize, conversate with different folks in the room. And so, yeah, that event was 100 people. Then they broke us out into conference rooms of about 12 to 15 people per room. And then what I now know was that the managers after that event all got together and said, who stood out to you, who asked good questions, who was proactive in reaching out and introducing themselves. And that helped me actually get into the formal interview process. Was I kind of made it through that filter. They interviewed maybe 30 or 40 people. And I was one of the fortunate, 10 people who got an offer from Oracle.
Wow. What a unique experience. And we don't see that as often these days. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
not. I'm not sure, but that's really awesome. So out of 100, you stood out, got the interview on the interview loop, got the offer at Oracle. That's amazing. And that got you exposure to the big leagues, to playing on the
Yeah.
big tech.